Pueblo, Colorado is famous for its steel mills, high school football rivalries, the state fair, and green chili. But Pueblo is also home to a less identified icon, Lucky the Horse.
In Pueblo, more than some other communities, we like to define ourselves by tragedies we've had. For better or worse, we see a lot of the way our culture's developed as a result of the flood, this terrible disaster in 1921.
Pueblo was a fantastic maker of saddles in the late 1800s and was arguably the saddle capital of Colorado. Lucky the Horse was a simple model horse at R.T. Fraser's saddle shop in the early 20th century. It's built out of papier-mâché with a barrel on the inside.
So a papier-mâché horse like this was common in a saddle shop, just to kind of inspire you, keep you thinking about your horse at home. If you like to see how the thing fits, you could test out the cinches, that kind of thing.
On June 3rd, 1921, a crazy rainstorm hit Pueblo. That rain, combined with the snowmelt from up on the mountains, created a massive flood. The water raged down the Arkansas River in the heart of Pueblo. 1,500 people lost their lives, and there was $20 million in damage, which converts to almost $300 million in damage in today's standards. Flood levels reached as high as 15 feet in some places. The downtown area was almost completely destroyed.
Lucky the Horse, along with a lot of other things, was swept out of Fraser's store. The storefront was just busted open by the strength of the river, and Lucky the Horse was carried away with it. So, it was devastating. The next morning, Fraser went to his shop to, assess the damage, see what he had lost, and he became in contact with a guy in Boone, Colorado, just 15 miles east of here, who said, "Mr. Fraser, you're missing your horse, aren't you?" And he said, "Yeah, how'd you know that?" "Well, I think he's up in this cottonwood tree on my land." 15 miles down the river from Pueblo.
Pueblo bounced back by 1924 after that great tragedy. Lucky was taken back to Fraser's shop, where he stayed until the mid-1950s. Lucky went up for auction and was purchased by Mac McConnell, another Pueblo saddler. Lucky stayed in McConnell's shop on Union Avenue until all the way in 1989.
And then in 1989, Anderson Carpet, which is right next door to McConnell's saddle shop, caught fire. All the vinyl and things like that was in the carpet just burned like hell. It was very hot, and it ended up traveling from the carpet factory into McConnell's shop, and it burned down. And before the firefighters even got their hoses running to put out the flames, they pulled Lucky the Horse from the saddle shop, brought him out onto the street so he would be safe.
Lucky was repainted into his current color by Deanna Davis and has become a symbol in Pueblo of surviving tragedy. Pueblo was hit hard by the 1921 flood, but Lucky survived and went back to work. Then again, the carpet fire was at about the same time as the steel mills in Pueblo closing down. Lucky survived that too.
So I think it's just the resilience of this horse. He's overcome so much, but he's still smiling after all that he's been through.
Lucky has been immortalized downtown in a painting on 2nd and Main Street, downtown by muralist Matt Taylor. Lucky now resides in the Pueblo Heritage Museum, a lasting symbol for Pueblo surviving tragedies.
So this horse has survived both a flood and a fire, and we say he's made it through hell and high water.